It's Week 16 of the NFL, and we'll see Noah Gray. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Chargers and the Seahawks under the lights on Thursday night.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Matchup of a couple of teams, Greg, with one big thing in common. A new head coach from a season ago. These are always the seasons we want to see how they play out, how they can implement their plan going in.
And more often than not, Mike, as we all know, when you find yourself in position to make a coaching change, it's because the previous few seasons did not go according to plan. So the question is, did they find the right new head coach to lead them in this next era for their organization? These two teams today are hoping that this goes a long way into deciding, do they have the right guy pulling the strings? Because if you do, if you have a head coach and a quarterback, you can win for a long time in this league.
Get this one started. And off we go here on a Thursday night. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
Well, I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards. If I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game and a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. The biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, they're going to have a chance to keep on winning.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6.
At the 31-yard line.
First carry now for Kenneth Walker. And nothing doing on that run. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. We have an early 3rd down coming up.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down. The Seahawks sending out their punt team. Returnable from the 17. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So here come the Chargers, the offense getting set to come out, led by their quarterback, the 6th overall pick of the 2020 draft. It's Justin Herbert.
I think when you go back and watch last week's game, Mike, I think 2 things were at play. Number one, let's give credit to the defense. I think they did a nice job of identifying some of the easy layups we've seen this quarterback hit from a week-to-week basis. They took it away. They made him go to his 2nd, 3rd check down through his progression. And then secondly, when the play did line up, when they did get the look they wanted, he just missed a lot of throws. So they know they cannot afford another pedestrian performance out of him this week. If he can play to the standard we've seen in weeks past, they can have a better...
And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 77 yards. Touchdown, Chargers. On now, Eddie Pinheiro for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Chargers will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And he's been a workhorse in the backfield this season. right there amongst the league leaders in rushing late in the campaign. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. Now, faking the give. This one complete to his tight end, Fant. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, I think it would be a bit of an understatement, Mike, to say that this offense has come out today a bit flat. They haven't picked up a single 1st down through the first 2 drives, and barring a really aggressive decision here, they'll have to wait to their 3rd series to see if they can make it happen.
A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The Chargers offense ready for their 2nd possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. On the ground for the first time, this is Alvin Kamara. And this will gain a couple of yards up to the 22-yard line. 2nd down and 8. Shotgun now for Herbert. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing, Herbert. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Just a great individual effort, and when you have a guy that can win his one-on-one matchups, now it becomes less about who's blocking him and how do we block him. Expect the offense to make some adjustments because right now, one-on-one, this defender...
That's over the middle and intercepted.
And we've seen this throughout the entire game, Mike. These receivers are having a hard time uncovering against this secondary. You force a quarterback to throw into a lot of tightly contested windows, it's going to end up in the wrong hands.
The Seahawks offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. And things starting to take shape here. 3 weeks left of the regular season. Teams making that final push for postseason berths. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he's in. Noah Fant. Touchdown Seahawks. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
The extra point is up and through. And the Seahawks will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Here's Darius Davis to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. And this defense having nothing of it. They get them down for a loss on the play.
When you come across on a jet sweep, Mike, you're hoping once you get the ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line.
Quick throw here is complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Herbert going to try to throw on third down. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. Throwing now is Herbert. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
When you can generate interior pressure and move that pocket into the lap of the quarterback, man, it is hard for these quarterbacks to escape. They want to be able to step up in the pocket, step into their throw. Instead, he's retreating, and he takes the big sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On the ground, here's Dobbins. Look at him stay on his feet as he's able to shimmy his way for a gain of about 5. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. On 3rd and long, it's Herbert. Taking off, he'll try to get there. That is well done there, converting on 3rd and 15.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive. Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
Kadarius Toney, the intended target for that one, and it'll be 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He'll try and get there on the ground. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
And that just can't happen. 3rd and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle. Just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long first down.
On play action, now Herbert. This one complete right side. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Gray is the motion man here. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Here's a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
So Pinheiro had the field goal a moment ago. Now he's back out to kick it away. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to come back out for this next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Not exactly the type of drive to write home about, Mike. 3 passes, 3 incompletions, no yards gained. And I really can't blame any of these fans who have continued to voice their frustration, especially after that last series of play calls.
Now, fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Start the drive on the ground, and here comes a reverse. And he'll get about 4 to the 29. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll turn and hand this one off. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? To throw is Herbert. That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter. The Chargers get set to kick it away. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. 1 quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. The Chargers out to the early lead. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
I like the call. Using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to Walker. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. 2nd down and 3. Back to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended target, and it's going to be 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. In trouble, and down he goes. Cleveland Ferrell, former 4th overall pick of the Raiders, gets in there for the sack.
They teach these defensive ends to rush to the X. The X is the spot where the quarterback stops his drop, and you can see when he hit that back foot, he had nowhere to go, and he's able to bring him down for a big sack.
Here's Michael Dixon now. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. The Chargers offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Herbert makes the read, decides to hang on. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Herbert. He connects with Gray on that one. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Play action now. It's Herbert. He connects with Palmer on that one. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it. Pistol here for Herbert. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. On second down, they'll run. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. The linebacker, Jerome Baker, there to make the play. Here comes 3rd and 6. Herbert to throw. He'll try to hit him with a screen. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Couple of first downs has them out to the 45-yard line as it's 1st and 10. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Now give on the ground. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
He's got a man. That's Tony. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
This is the age-old dilemma that defensive coordinators go back and forth on. Is the best pass defense to send more big bodies at the quarterback and get the ball out of his hand? Or is it to really pack your back end, Mike, with more defensive backs and more guys that can guard space? In this case, they got a lot of defensive backs on the field. The quarterback has a lot of time to find the open zone and leads to a big play.
And he will work his way down inside the 30, a pickup of 6. Herbert. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now, Herbert. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
So Pinheiro had the field goal a moment ago. Now he's back out to kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll get this complete to Jerry Jeudy. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Connecting with the tight end. That's Fant. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Third down, 3 to go. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it's going to lead to fourth down. Here's their punter now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Chargers offense ready to get back to work. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Now Herbert. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. On play action now, Herbert. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Having a dominant pass rush so often translates to wins. But that's hardly been the case here, Mike, and they're able to add another sack to their total before half, and that's great. But somehow they still find themselves trailing, and that's the only thing that matters.
A tight end in motion now. On 3rd down, they'll try to get it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Here's the punter now as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Now they'll set up to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Straight ahead, it's Walker. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. On comes the punter now. He'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. A throw on the move is caught.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs. Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Throwing again, Herbert. That's going to be caught by Gray. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Herbert to the air again. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Herbert to the air again. He'll try to run for it. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. He'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. From the gun, it's Herbert. And this will be incomplete, but a penalty flag down on the play. And let's see who's guilty. They'll send a tight end in motion. Following the penalty, they'll run it. He'll manage only a couple. Devin Witherspoon up from the secondary to make the play.